What is happening, guys, and welcome to the Green Feed. Now today I wanted to do a bit of a different video, kind of like a shout out top 5 video. It's all kind of stemmed from something that's happened to me recently. So I know a lot of you guys are probably new subscribers. I thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button to my channel, and I appreciate any kind of support that you can give me. But I had this like kind of small goal of hitting 20, and I was on about 16, 17 subscribers, and it was kind of, some days I'd get a subscriber and then I'd lose one. It was kind of like really awkward time where I just really wanted to hit 20 subscribers. And all of a sudden I woke up one morning and my subscriber count had shot up to like 24 from like 17. And for me, for a small YouTuber, that was a huge jump. It was something that I definitely realized. I realized when one subscriber goes up, let alone when I get like 6 or 7. And I also had a comment from an account called Geek Acres, and I thought, you know, anyone that comments on any of my videos, I always try to reply to you guys, and I always definitely go check out your channel. I most of the time will sub to it. Obviously, there's some channels where, you know, if it's just not the content I enjoy, I'm not going to subscribe, and that's fair enough. I wouldn't expect anyone to subscribe to me that doesn't want to actually watch my content. But I clicked on his channel and I watched a few of his videos, and you know, I really enjoyed the videos and I decided to subscribe. And then I watched this video called What I'm Tubing. Now, what Doug over at Geek Acres pretty much does is every month or so he creates a video where he kind of just gives some shout outs to a few of the smaller YouTubers and a few of the kind of maybe even well-known YouTubers that he watches. And to my surprise, I was in that video. So I think I was more surprised at the fact that as an Australian, I don't think that people over in America are going to be seeing my content, obviously until I get maybe to that stage of being a bit bigger than, you know, 16 subscribers. So to me, it was really interesting that he had stumbled across my videos, and it was even more interesting that he enjoyed them. So I really appreciate the shout out, Doug. But yeah, he pretty much shouted out my channel. I got a you know, handful of new subscribers, probably about 10 or so, and I was really happy about that. I mean, I hit that 20 mark that I've been wanting to get for a while. So thank you so much, Doug. I appreciate sending a lot of your guys over here, and any of you new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate the support. And not only from that video, I was able to find a few other smaller YouTubers kind of that I'd never found before. Super Sarah is one of those that I've been watching a lot of recently, and sub to her, so shout out to her as well. Like I said, guys, go check out those two channels. I'll link them down in the description for you guys. And it got me thinking that I really wanted to do a shout out video, but my problem is I don't actually watch a lot of small YouTubers. Now, it's not because I don't enjoy watching small YouTubers. My biggest problem is I can never find them. I have kind of one that I watch regularly who started off small and he's gotten quite big recently, or big in my opinion. But a lot of the content I watch are your bigger YouTubers. You know, most of the people I watch have like 500,000 plus subscribers. I've stumbled upon their accounts because I've seen something on Facebook or Instagram or friends showing me. So it got me thinking, I'd love for you guys, if you're watching this, if you have any small YouTubers that you love, make sure to comment down below their tags or their username or whatever you want to call it, their channel name, and I'll definitely go check them out, and I'll definitely subscribe if I enjoy their content. I really want to kind of maybe one day do like a small YouTube version of this, because I just don't watch enough small YouTubers, and I'd really like to start doing so, but it's hard for me as an Australian. Unfortunately, our recommended section doesn't exactly work that great. I don't know if it's because of like geolocation on YouTube. Everything it kind of recommends to me is all really like high profile people, besides this one guy that I'll go into in a minute that I found when he was very small, and I think I was just sitting there for hours going through different recommended videos and it finally popped up. But I don't usually get a lot of recommended from smaller channels, so if you guys have any recommendations, guys, just make sure to comment down below and I'll definitely check those out. Now, I wanted to do some kind of shout out video, and I thought what better way for you guys to get a good insight into what I watch and what I enjoy, and get a bit more personal with myself, than doing like a top 5 YouTubers that I'm currently watching. When I say currently watching, more the YouTubers that I watch on a daily basis at the moment. I've been on YouTube, the platform, for a long time. I have a personal account, obviously, that I subscribe to a lot of different stuff on, before I started this channel. But these are YouTubers that you know, if I was to go on my phone today and I wanted to watch something, these are the YouTubers that I'm currently watching, that I currently enjoy. They're not in any order in particular as to their subscriber count or anything like that. Just literally what I've ordered them in is who I get kind of the most excited for their videos. So without further ado, guys, let's get into number 5. So number 5 for me is, they're guys that I wish they put out more content. They don't, unfortunately. They put out like a readily available amount of content, enough that I really thoroughly enjoy their work, and that is Good Mythical Morning. Red and Link, the guys themselves, if you know who Good Mythical Morning are, you'll understand why I love them. They're just funny guys. They just remind me of like me and my mates, and just they have a laugh, have some fun. They record some videos. My favorite thing obviously of theirs is their eating challenges, where they, if you guys aren't familiar, they get like a, I don't know, they'll get like either a 6 amounts of chicken nuggets or something from different brands, and they have to blind taste test them and guess which ones are which. Or they'll do will it something, which is another one I love. Will it deep fry, will it saute, will it hot corn dog, I think they did once. So they'll corn dog all these different meats and stuff. Just really funny concept, guys. I really enjoy watching their videos. I have no idea what their subscriber count is, to be honest. I know it's quite high, but I've never actually checked it. But anything I talk about today, guys, I'll put down in the description for you guys. Put all the links, so go check them out if you want to. If you like their content, make sure to subscribe to them and support them. But they're definitely my number 5. My number 4 is one that you guys probably have never heard of, but you may have. If you're watching my content, you probably have some kind of idea who he is, and that is the Eric Butts. Now, I say that you may not have heard from him. I think he's hitting about 5,000 subscribers last time I checked, but when I subscribed to him, he was on like 50. He had hardly any subscribers, and I actually stumbled upon him, weirdly enough, in the recommended section. I stumbled across his like first official video, which was pretty much him just vlogging and saying like, hey, let's start like a YouTube channel, why the hell not? And the reason that I watch him a lot, and I've watched him from like day dot, is he kind of is one of my inspirations into making my channel, because I kind of sit there and look at him and think, well, if he can do it, I can as well, and why the hell not? He had the same kind of idea that I had, which is like, I watch all this stuff on YouTube, like I buy all this stuff, I unbox all this stuff myself, why not record myself doing it? And I thought, why the hell not do that? So he's one of my big kind of, I guess, inspirations you call, into making a channel. So definitely go check his stuff out, guys. He gets content out so quickly. He's an absolute machine when it comes to the stuff that he gets out. I think he gets out like 2 videos, maybe even 3 a day. So there's heaps of content. He's got a heap of back catalogue that you guys can watch. So head on over to the Eric Butts if you haven't already, and check out his content. I definitely recommend it. 110%. Eric's just a great guy and a great little nerdy collector like all of us. Now, number 3, guys, again, a smaller, I guess you call YouTuber, but you guys have probably heard of her, and that is Nerdy Noob. Now, Nerdy Noob is probably what I'd say my original inspiration for creating a channel. Similar to Eric Butts, it came a bit before him. She just has fun. She has fun. She's very outgoing, and at the same time she's very upfront and honest, which I really appreciate from any content creator I am watching, is that honesty to their fans and their subscribers is kind of what I really appreciate, and what I hope that you guys get from me. If I like something, I tell you I don't like it. If I do like something, I'm ecstatic about it, and none of that is faked or, you know, kind of scripted, I guess you'd call it. Every kind of reaction that you see from me on my videos is exactly how I'm feeling. So that's what I loved about Nerdy Noob, and that's why I watch her videos a lot, and why I continue to watch them a lot. I, funnily enough, actually stumbled across her channel because I was watching a channel called Beardy Nerd, and at the time I was subscribed to Loot Crate, and one of my friends told me about what they call Geek Fuel. So it's another kind of like sub box, and I thought, oh, I never heard of Geek Fuel, and I typed in Geek Fuel December or whatever month it was, and Beardy Nerd popped up with a review of it, and that's when my eyes were open to how many subscription boxes you could get. I'd subscribed to Loot Crate because it was advertised on Facebook or something like that, and I thought, why the hell not? I like geeky stuff. You know, a mystery box would be fun, so I signed up to like a 12-month thing with them, and thought, yeah, that'll be fun. And then I kind of my eyes were opened as to how many sub boxes there were. So I subscribed to Bitty Nerd, and as I did, I got recommendations from Nerdy Noob. So I subscribed to her as well, and what I found the difference between the two of them is that she was getting out content very regularly, very on time. You know, she was getting out these boxes that, and I'm talking like 2-3 weeks before he was, and at the time, it kind of put me off Bitty Nerd, and so I unsubscribed from him, and I kept subscribed to her. And Steph over there is just brilliant. She's funny. She is exactly what her title is. She is a nerdy noob. There's some things that like I almost want to yell at the phone when I'm watching it. I'm like, that's something, that's this, that's that, because she has no idea some of the things she opens. But that's half the fun of these mystery boxes. There's some things I open, and if it's like a Star Trek thing or a Battlestar Galactica or some kind of franchise that I have no idea about, I've never really watched, I kind of go, what the hell is that? I don't know what it is. But I mean, that's the joys of mystery boxes. You're gonna love some stuff, you're gonna hate some other stuff. But I love how real she is about that. She doesn't sugarcoat it. She doesn't pretend that she likes it. She tells it how it is. She tells you if she doesn't like it, and she puts out really good, consistent content. And I just love coming home and sitting down and watching her unbox some stuff. Now, my number 1 and 2, this was a real toss-up for number 1 and 2. The only reason I put one above the other is pretty much because I watch him a lot more than the other one, and that may be because he puts out more content, or regular content, I guess you'd call it, more than the other one. But my number 2, guys, and I'm sure you guys will have heard of him, is Boogie2988. Now, if you haven't heard of Boogie, Boogie's been on this platform for a long time. He makes pretty much gaming related videos is his big thing. He's been gaming for a long time. He does a lot of streaming on Twitch, but pretty much you guys might know him from what he calls his Francis videos. So Francis is kind of like his like alter ego character, who's just this like angry, really stubborn mess of a character. And I think he's just like a really relatable character, and I enjoy watching the Francis videos. I really enjoy how intelligent and sophisticated Boogie is as a person and a human being. He's not afraid to talk about feelings. He's not afraid to talk about what's going on in his life, and he's not afraid to kind of give you guys the facts and his opinion on those facts. And I really appreciate that as a YouTuber, and just a person in general. He's an amazing person, and I love watching all of his content, whether it be his Francis Rage videos or whether it be just him sitting down talking about his depression or things like that. I think it's an amazing that he has this outlet for that, and I think that it should be used how he uses it. And I encourage anyone out there, if you guys, you know, are feeling down or whatever like that, you know, there's always someone on the internet to talk to. There's usually people in real life, but if you really feel like you don't have anyone to turn to, you know, shoot me a message if you're watching this. I'll happily talk with you guys. But I think Boogie really kind of highlights that in his videos, and I really enjoy them, and it's good to kind of see a different perspective on everything. So if you haven't seen Boogie, guys, go check him out. I'm sure you guys have, whether it be through his Francis videos, get around a lot. You might think that Francis is exactly who he is, but it is a character. But hilarious guy, and I just love watching his content. So that leads me to number 1, guys. Now, before I do my number 1 pick, I'll put in a few, I guess you call honorary mentions. A few channels that didn't quite make the top 5, but I definitely watch a lot of. One of those channels, I know I'll probably get a lot of stick for this, is PewDiePie. I watch PewDiePie. I think a lot of people do. He's just a funny guy. Just really funny. Really, I think he finally enjoys what he's doing. And I've been watching him since like Amnesia, when he first started playing that. And just to watch him evolve as a person and kind of come out of his shell a lot more, I think has been a really good thing. I know he's had a lot of controversy with a lot of the stuff he's done recently, but I mean, I'm not going to comment on that. It's got nothing to do with me. But I really enjoy his content. I think he's funny, he's hilarious, and I'm sure, you know, 56+ million people agree with me. Another 2 honorable mentions that I will mention that I do watch quite a lot of is the 2 kind of Pokemon Go well, they're not strictly Pokemon Go YouTubers, but two guys that I have been watching recently. Well, I got into watching more because of Pokemon Go, and I got into this really big stage where I was like loving Pokemon Go. Obviously it's died off a little bit now. I just don't have the time to go out and walk kilometers and kilometers and play the game. But Ali A, over from the UK, I used to watch a bit of his COD stuff, but not a lot. But I'm really liking his Ali A More channel recently, where he does a lot of different stuff. He does a lot of Pokemon stuff, a lot of unboxings, a lot of just, you know, vlogging kind of stuff. It's really interesting. I enjoy it. I know a lot of people watch him as well. And another big one that I watch is Lachlan. Now, Lachlan used to start as a Minecraft kind of channel, and he's kind of built from there. I never really watched him. I knew he was around because he's actually a local lad. He's from Brisbane. Well, not from Brisbane. He's from, I think it's like around Southport. He's from the south side of Brisbane, heading down more the Gold Coast. So he's local-ish. But so I was aware of his channel and stuff like that because he's come up and recommended numerous times. But I've never actually really watched a lot of his content until he started bringing out the Pokemon Go stuff. And I know he knows a lot of people gravitated to his channel because of that. But I watch a lot of his stuff, so go check those guys out as well. But without further ado, my number one YouTube watch is none other than the Philip DeFranco Show. So for those of you that don't know who Philip DeFranco is, he pretty much, in an easy way, he reports the news, but kind of like internet news. It's hard to explain. Go check his channel out. Weirdly enough, he's become my main source of news. I've never been a big person that reads the paper and stuff like that. Obviously, we get a lot of things through social media, but everything these days is blurred, whether it be because it's been mass-produced and rewritten by so many different organizations and so many different journalists that it just becomes this mush of misinformation, whether it be things are just misleading. You know, BuzzFeed, for example, is one of the big ones that just, the amount of shitty clickbait links that BuzzFeed produce just blows my fucking mind. But Phil DeFranco, I absolutely love and adore. I've been watching him for a long time. I love watching that he's evolved from like a YouTuber that he was to kind of, you know, change a little bit, which is great. I love anyone that kind of, you know, we all change in different forms, and he can admit that there's been some things that he's been right about and wrong about, and he's very honest and he's very upfront about his opinion, and I just love his honesty. I love how well he contextualizes things and kind of creates this all-round kind of unbiased news segment, I guess you call it, but at the same time gives his opinion heavily on the subjects and the subject matter, but he also leaves it open to obviously the platform of YouTube, and leaves it open to people commenting, and he understands people's different points of view on things. And that's what I think, as a news outlet, I think is a very informative and interesting kind of take on things. Most news outlets just report the news, and that's the facts. Whereas he actually has what they call his Friday show. So he puts out content, I think, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then he does a Friday show which kind of recaps all of his content that he's put out for that week. And on his Friday show, he kind of opens up and discusses what he's discussed throughout the week, and he reads back some of the comments that you guys have posted on his videos in regards to the content, and he kind of goes through those, discusses his viewpoint on those comments and things like that. Really love his content. He actually just didn't post for a week, and he explained his reasoning for that. So I was kind of like really missing his videos. It's like, why hasn't Philip DeFranco posted anything? But just really thought-provoking, clever kind of adaptation of news, and I really enjoy it. That's why he's my number one. I actually look forward to his videos coming out every day. When they don't come out, I get really upset, and he's probably one of the few YouTubers that I watch every single video to the end. I never just like get halfway through and go, you know what, I'm not really feeling it or whatever. I've done that with plenty of other YouTubers. I'll be the first to admit that. I'm sure people have done it on my videos. But Philip DeFranco, with every video he makes, I watch them all to the end. I thoroughly enjoy the content that he makes, and I definitely implore you guys to check him out. Now, like I said, guys, I'll put all the links down below as to the channels that I've kind of talked about today. But I kind of just wanted to do that top 5, guys, just kind of give you guys an insight as to who I watch on a regular basis. If you guys watch any of those channels, or you have any recommendations, like I said, of small YouTubers that you think I'd enjoy, make sure to comment down below, guys. Let me know them. I'll definitely go check them out. As always, if you're new here to the Greed Feed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also hit that little bell icon so you can get all the new content that I post, and you can see my pretty face hopefully on a every second day basis if I can get my scheduling done. And as always, guys, if you like this kind of video and these top 5 kind of videos and kind of understanding kind of where I'm coming from and my aspects and my opinion on things, make sure to hit that like button. I greatly appreciate any support I can get, and I shall catch you guys later.